Good morning, everyone. Today I'm here to share with you a book that didn't just make me think, but it made me feel. So, the name of the book is Humankind A Hopeful History, written by Rutger Bregman. By saying about the author, Rutger Bregman is a Dutch historian who is best known for his thought provoking books on ideas like history, nature, and society. So, some of his best works include Humankind, A Hopeful History, and Utopia for Realists. These two were international bestsellers. So we live in a world where we constantly hear like, don't trust anyone. This world is getting worse. The kindness is lost. By constantly hearing it again and again, we start to believe in it. So that's the heart of this book, where Bregman defends all this because humanity in ourselves is not dying. So this book is divided into 5 parts, where Bregman takes us through the history, historical events, real life experiences, and scientific experiments where he proved that humanity is still there in us. So, by some of the real life experiences that really stayed with me is like, first one is Lord of Flies. Lord of Flies, I think you have heard about it. It is a fiction book written by William Golding, a British author. So in that it is told that few of the boys who were shipwrecked in an island, stranded in an island, when they were stranded alone there, they later they turned out very wild and cruel. So it made us believe that human nature is about cruelty or something like that. So when Bregman dug deeper into it, he found real Lord of Flies. So 6 boys in 1960s, 6 boys from Tonga were stranded in an island. So something that, unlike the book, something interesting happened there because these boys was like they started cooking together, they built a garden, they played music. So when they were rescued, they were smiling, like, and they were the best friends forever after that. So another experiment is Stanford Prison experiment, where people were separated into 2 groups, and one group played the role of prisoner, and the other group played the role of guards. And what happened is that, according to interpretation by scientists, these guards started to act cruel towards these prisoners. So they interpreted in a way that power always turns people evil. And but when Bregman dug deeper into this experiment, he found out that these guards were told to act in such a way. So it's not the human nature, it's when they behave in such a way when they are told to. So this was an experiment where he defends that thing. And another experiment is obedience experiment. Milgram obedience experiment, where people were asked to give electric shocks. The participants were asked to give electric shocks to the others, but everyone refused. Most of them refused to do that. That part is rarely mentioned. And some of the historical events mentioned in the book is like from World War. So when we hear about World War, we feel like a chaos, like panicking. People start panicking, looting, running, and all. But uh, Bregman points out some beautiful things from this World War. That is, when bombs fell in London during that time, people started to open homes for strangers. They started helping people. They shared food. They started to play music together. And on a Christmas Eve of when World War was happening, on a Christmas Eve, people suddenly stopped the war and they started to exchange gifts and started to sing carols together. So these are different things where that remain unnoticed. So we come to know that even in our darkest time, the light within us doesn't go out. Then the other thing is that in same in World War, these beautiful things are interpreted. And when this come to real life experiences, we can take a pandemic example, Corona. So who came first? It's not always the government or not always the big companies. It's just the ordinary people who came out first to help others. some strangers offering food, free food, offering free masks, running to found oxygen for others and all. So it's just the ordinary people who came out, and humanity within us came out first. Some things, some small tiny things that becomes unnoticed within ourselves are like if a pen drops from us and somebody picks it up for us, a stranger holding door first for us and letting us to go out first. And even in this class also, day scholars bringing us phosphorus food. There's all a kind of humanity or kindness that is spread to us. And even when students are called someone to board and ask them to write down something, we actually pray. Like the person standing here shouldn't make any error. So it's a kind of thing that remain unnoticed. So humanity within us didn't die. And Bregman wants to convey these things through all this. And he ends this book with a beautiful idea that believing in someone is not naive, it is courageous. So start believing people, better, not hoping for a better world, but believe that it is really here. So that's it. Thank you.